This video is something you should not miss, believe me. Coinbase, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, is driving up the price of Ripple XRP through the roof. It's true what they say. The CEO is telling us the truth. Some crypto experts believe that XRP could reach 2,500 or even higher. Let's break it down. This movie will blow your mind. Let's begin right away. The notice of dis says that Coinbase XRP cold wallets are now fully functional. Drops in the value of XRP that have made a lot of noise in the community and are one of the most interesting events of 2025. The XRP liquidity and analytics account said that Coinbase's funds had gone from almost 1 billion XRP in June to nothing by September. The word got around quickly because of this. People were already interested in this token because of its history of CC cases and sudden price jumps, so this news made them wonder what would happen next. Not a more strange time for things to happen. The price of XRP on Coinbase dropped right after Ripple's CEO Brad Garlinghouse got married. Big banks like BlackRock were showing off their crypto skills at the same time that some buyers started to guess right away. Was Coinbase getting ready for a big change? Does this mean that there will soon be less RP to buy, which would make the price rise? But as is often the case in crypto, there's more to the story than meets the eye. There are a lot fewer Coinbase Link wallets than there used to be, but that doesn't mean the exchange doesn't have any XRP left. The story went viral, but Ved, who checks the XRP ledger, shut it down by saying that Coinbase could not have live trade pairs without XRP. It helped him to remind people that news that is too shocking or not full can change the truth. This had to be done to stop crypto Twitter from becoming an echo chamber. There is still the fact there have been big changes in how much XRP Coinbase has on hand D. This could be because wallet technology has been changed, more customers have taken their money out, or the company is switching how it does business. The way things look has made people more optimistic, just a guess. Price runs used to happen when there was a clear supply that was going down on big markets. If Coinbase is really making it harder to buy and sell XRP, it could have a big impact. Changing the quantity is one of the best ways for crypto prices to go up in the long run. This part of the talk is the most interesting. When the SEC sued Coinbase, it took the coin off its list of cryptocurrencies. This made people who use XRP hate Coinbase. Now, though, some people trust Coinbase again. A lawyer named Bill Morgan said it's getting harder and harder to be mad at. This is especially true for Coinbase now that the exchange has gone on the attack against the SEC. Because of this change, an interesting new connection has come to light. Now that Coinbase is in court fight with government officials, it indirectly supports Ripple's point of view. When Coinbase doubles down on XRP, they might promote it more, add it to new financial goods, or even make it easier for institutions to buy and sell XRP. This could cause a big demand-side shock. Take a look at this. Small traders are rushing to buy XRP because stocks are running low. At the same time, Coinbase's institutional desk lets bigger players like hedge funds, liquidity sources, and maybe even flows that are connected to ETFs. This caused a big storm that made the price of XRP go up. It's not really important if Coinbase's BOI hits zero or not. It's more about what that means the story has changed. For a while, XRP was pushed to the side and taken off of some platforms. Now it's back in the middle of some of the biggest fights over crypto regulation. In court, Coinbase needs to show that it is a big supporter of cryptocurrencies. It also needs to be a main place where people can trade XRP. One of the main things that could cause prices to rise is a tense relationship with the exchange. From my point of view, this is a typical case of how crypto markets can have supply and demand go against each other. Buyers who believe a big event is about to happen are just as important as the numbers on the chain. Prices for XRP could be about to go through the roof if Coinbase keeps its stock low and demand grows. This time, the exchange that left the XRP market before could be the one to push it up again. Things are getting really interesting now that we know what the blockchain data says, a piece of the story. They already know what's going to happen next, and what they say could blow your mind. There is a chance that the price of XRP could go up even more than usual because Coinbase doesn't have enough of it. What's going to happen next will not be ready for you. SP says that the XRP market has made a lot of big guesses in the past. One of the bravest claims, though, comes from strategist Jake Claver, who says that XRP could rise to an unbelievable 405 per token. The math doesn't make sense at first glance. The market value about 1 to 49 trillion if there were 58.9 billion XRP in circulation. That's almost twice the size of the whole US economy. Claver says that most people were asking the wrong thing. He said it would not matter what the market cap was, but how much supply and demand there was. His view is that the important thing is not the theoretical ceiling that is reached by increasing price and supply, but how much XRP can be bought at any given time. The amount of XRP that can be sold on platforms will be limited if most of it institutional custody, private wallets, or for a long time, is not nearly as big as the numbers in the headlines. Then, a sudden rise in demand could possibly drive the price way above what makes sense based on market cap. Claver said that this fast rise could happen before the end of the year, and that a possible reverse carry trade was a big reason for it. And that's about all he said. That made people in the trade world talk a lot about what he really meant. He was sure of one thing, though, his faith. There are things outside that will cause them to happen. His main point is based on the thought that banks will accept XRP and use it to settle large amounts of money. There might not be enough XRP to go around if big banks, payment providers, and even central banks use it as a bridge exchange. Having a lot of small people join at the time makes this even more true. Claver isn't the only person who thinks XRP will have a terrible future. Yet another analyst, Zaina, has gone even further and said that XRP will definitely hit 10 Bitcoin in the promise to Bitcoin in its early days. It's easy to understand her case. When Bitcoin was worth 1010, people made fun of it 100, but they could be shown to be wrong again. Of course, these ridiculously high goals sway since many experts want XRP prices to be in the four figures. A lot of people say that these prices will cause the market cap to grow very large, some that it is not realistic to think that XRP will reach levels higher than the world's GDP. Even so, it's clear that people will always be guessing about XRP. Making 2,500 right now seems like something from a science fiction movie. While some fans like Claver say that everything is ready to go, including ways to burn and the acceptance by institutions, pipes, and global drivers that could change the rules, this is what I think about the market right now. It is almost impossible that XRP will ever be worth a fun 500s. A lot of people have already said Claver's main point, which is that lack of liquidity and institutional demand are more important than pure supply numbers. It happened when Bitcoin prices hit all-time highs and then platforms ran out of money. In an ideal world, XRP would be in high demand, follow the rules exactly, and have little supply. If this were to happen, surely anything is possible. But not only that, a lot of people are fighting about very high price goals, but Ripple has been working behind the scenes on something even bigger, something that could change everything. I promise you that you won't want to miss this. For people who can't believe XRP could go as high as 1,500. The most recent things Ripple has done in business back this point of view. It has teamed up with Ripple and Franklin Templeton to offer trading options that use tokens and are run by the XRP ledger. We've come a long way. It's not just a story about this friendship. It shows how Franklin Templeton's tokenized money market funds and Ripple's new work together to make XRP the world's most important currency.